You want to first start off by having a nice clean fresh face, which is what I have right now, nice and clean. And then I'm going to go ahead and just spritz my face with this 7 Days Vitamin Mist. You can spritz it on your face or just put some in the palm of your hand. Sometimes I like to do that and then just pat it in. And of course I did moisturize and all that good stuff, so this is just an added touch. Anyways, the next step for me is to do my brows, and right now I'm using my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil, which is this right here. So go ahead and brush out your brow hairs, if you have any. Mine are like caterpillars, so they need to be brushed. And then taking your Goof Proof Brow Pencil, what I do is just fill in any sparse areas. And then to really soften up the look, going back in with my spoolie, I just kind of gently brush it out. And then of course, going in with my all-time favorite brow gel, which is by Chella. Gonna pick that up and brush out those brow hairs. There are plenty of good brow wax and brow gels out there, but you know, if a product works for you, then why not just keep on using it? So, and this baby works wonders for me. So brows are complete, and next going in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer, which is this right here. We're going to prime the lids. So taking some and then just priming the lids. So the lids are primed, and we are now going to dive into one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, and I mean that with sincere honesty. We're going in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Beautiful. Beautiful. And even more beautiful because the palette is dirtied up. It means that I've been using it and loving it, honestly. So let's dive in, and everything you'll need for this eye makeup look, for this holiday makeup look, will be exactly in this palette. I'm sure you have palettes that has similar colors to this, but if you don't, I highly recommend getting this. You can get it on their Morphe website, and if I'm not mistaken, you can also buy it at Ulta. So, and I'm not, you know, Jaclyn Hill doesn't know who I am, so it doesn't matter what I tell you to do or not to do. I'm just giving you an honest recommendation. I highly recommend this palette. I think it's great, so, and if my opinion means anything to you, then I recommend getting it. So, enough blabbing, more makeup. Alright, so we're opening it up, and here are all the colors we're going to be diving into, and let's begin. Got my brushes in front of me, my palette, and of course my trusty name card. Can't forget that. Alright, so I'm first going in with the color Silk Cream, which is the top third one over right there. And we're going to place that all over my lid. Just a nice wash of color. A nice bone color, if you will. So just place that all over your lid. Alright, so that is complete. Next, I am going in with a nice transition color. And for my transition color, we're going to use the color Creamsicle. The second one down, very first shadow. Creamsicle. Sounds delicious. And we're going to place that right where we want our transition color to be. So pretty much where I place it is on the socket of my eyes. So I start off at the outer corner right here, and then I don't really press in with my brush. I'm very light-handed with it, only because if I need to build up and add on, I can. But to take away pigment and color is a little bit difficult. So with a light hand from the outer corner, you want to kind of like feel out where your eye socket is, and then just place it where your eye socket is. I hope that makes sense. Alright. Hopefully you guys can see the color showing up. I mean, I can see it, but I'm hoping the camera is picking it up. So that is what it should look like. And then again, same thing on the other eye, using a light hand. And you can tell I'm using a light hand because my hand grip isn't down where the brush is. It's more up on the tip of the brush. So I still have control of the brush, but it gives me a more, it allows me to place the shadow lightly on my eyes. There you go. The next color I'm going in with is the color Hunts, which is this right here. A nice orangish, kind of reddish color, if you will. Very, very appropriate for the fall and for the holidays, if I don't say so myself. So take that color, Hunts, and we'll be placing it on the outer corner and the inner corner of our eyes. And I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so I picked up some color Hunts, and you want to place it on the outer V. So take the brush and just like how you would create a dark eyeshadow on the outer V of your eye, that's what I'm doing, just placing it on the outer V. And then just gently sweeping that across like that. And then do the same thing on the other eye, outer V. You want most of the pigment and the shadow to be on the outer corner and let it fade in gradually as you go into, you know, in towards your inner corner of your eyes. Alright, so our outer corner is done, and then you want to do the same thing on the inner corner, which is, of course, with the same color, same concept. Inner corner, and just kind of blend back into that color right there. And same thing on this eye, inner corner, and then fuse it back in. Let the two colors join. So far, I am loving this look. It is coming together nicely. Now, you want to pick up your next color. And for your next color, we are using the color Jax. And Jax is the one right below Hunts, a much more darker burgundy red. And we'll take that color and pretty much do the same thing like what we've been doing with our outer corner and our inner corner, except the brush I'm using is a lot smaller, so we won't be covering up all the great orangey red Hunts color we worked so hard on. Alright, so this Jax color, it just gives it a more definition and defined look. So it's like the added touch. So same thing, outer corner. And then just a little bit on the inner corner, but not too much. Like so. Look at the difference in my eyes with the Jax and no Jax. I mean, there's a big difference. This eye definitely brings out the eye more, in my opinion. It just gives it a more defined look, you know? So let's just go ahead and complete the eye look on this side. Next color I'm using is the color Queen, which is this beautiful gold color right here, right below the first row. And of course, who doesn't want to look like a queen for the holidays? So picking up some Queen, we are going to place that right smack dab in the center of our lids, pretty much where there's no eyeshadow. Alright, so picking up that color, and you can wet your brush if you want. If you do wet your brush, it gives it a nice stronger pigment. You can use your finger, you can use just a dry brush. Do as you please. That is the beauty of this palette. It allows you to either, you know, wet your brush and give you a more intense look, or use a dry brush to give you a more soft spoken look. I mean, so what I'm doing is going in with my finger, and then I'm gonna dab it in the center of my lid. just like that. Same thing for the other eye. Pick up some of that queen and dab, dab, dab on the center of my eyelid. So after I'm happy with how the gold looks on my eye, or after I'm happy with how queen looks on my eyelid, I'm going to go back in with a brush. This is not wet, it's just dry. And I'm going to kind of pack some on a little bit more with a brush. You probably don't have to do this, but I want to, so I'm going to. So, like so. And because I feel like the transition color and the nice beautiful Hunts color has somewhat disappeared within the shadows that I placed on my eye, I'm going to go ahead and place that back on, mixing a little bit of Creamsicle and Hunts. And then just kind of sweep that back and forth. So if you want, you can leave the eyeshadow just the way it is. It's pretty much complete. But if you want to add a little bit more glitz and glam, then, you know, add a little bit more color, then you can do what I'm about to do next, which is add a little bit of glitter, or maybe a lot of glitter, your choice. And the glitter I'm going in with is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal, which is this right here. Nice gold glitter. So I'm just going to take this and pretty much place it where I have the gold eyeshadow. In other words, place it on top of Queen. Alright, so I am hoping the camera is picking this up because this heavy metal gold glitter, it is beautiful. One of the good things about this is that it allows the glitter to be more spread out, so it looks like it's beautiful specks of glittery dust. And I think that's just really gorgeous and beautiful. I hope the camera's picking it up because, you know, I love this product. Alright, so that looks good to me. And then with the other eye, same thing on top of Queen. We're going to place some of that gold heavy metal glitter. So my heavy metal gold glitter is placed on my eyelids. It is a wet product, so you want to allow it to dry down a little bit before you really fully open your eyes. But this is what's going on right now. I'm going to let that dry down and come back in a couple of minutes. Alright, so the product is pretty much dried down. All you have to do now is just draw out your beautiful wing eyeliner and then pop on your lashes or no lashes. Do whatever you want to do. Or put on mascara, and then we'll just jump into foundation. Alright, so today I am using the Physicians Formula eyeliner pencil, and this, my friends, is a great eyeliner pencil. I mean, I've been raving over the Kat Von D eyeliner, and I still love Kat Von D eyeliner in Trooper. It is one of the best eyeliners I have ever used personally. I go back to it over and over again. I have stacks of them in my drawer just in case they run out, okay? But I hope they don't. And, you know, I heard that the Physicians Formula is a perfect dupe for it, and they say exact dupe. Picked it up. I don't know if the exact formula is the same, but, you know, in my humble opinion, I do feel like they are pretty much the same and for a much cheaper price. And so I might be picking up more Physicians Formula instead of Kat Von D. I don't know. I don't know. And on top of that, this has a lash boosting serum, which I honestly feel like is working. I've been using it for quite a while now, and I don't know, maybe it's just a mental thing or it's in my mind, but I feel like my lashes have grown quite a bit. I mean, from your point of view, obviously it looks like I have no lashes, but I know my face and when I look at the lashes, oh, amazing, you know? Anyways, draw in your eyeliner, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Alright, so I did my eyeliner and I put on some lashes, and if you're curious, I used the Sephora Astonish Lash, which is in a package that looks like that. And I, of course, put on some mascara. The mascara I use is the Voluminous Lash Paradise, which is this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put on some foundation and finish the face up and then come right back. Alright guys, I have my foundation on. Okay, next I am going to put some bronzer on, put some highlight on, put some lipstick on, put some concealer on, all that good stuff. Okay, so first things first, concealer. And for my concealer, I'll be using the Maybelline Age Rewind, a classic, an all-time favorite. So what I do is just dab right below the eyes, dab right below the eyes, and then taking my beauty blender, blend that out. And I do put a little bit of concealer on the center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and just a little bit like that. Alright, next I would like to put a little bit of bronzer on my face. So I'm going to go in with my Sweetie Pie by Too Faced in Radiant Matte Bronzer. I'm not really contouring my face. I'm just kind of adding a little bit of bronzer just to give my face some glow, if that makes sense. And of course, for my highlight, I'll be using the Milani in Sun Glow. Beautiful color. That is what we're using. Such a gorgeous color. And you want to make sure when you're putting this on, you're putting it on the highest point of your cheeks. Just kind of imagine where the sun will be hitting your face. And see, my highest point is right here. You can feel it, like that's where my bone is. You know what I mean? So, and if you can't find it, it's just pretty much kind of like a C or a boomerang shape, like that. And just a little bit more, because who doesn't want to glow? And of course, down the bridge of my nose. Okay, so my highlighting is done, and because there's so much going on the upper part of my lid, I want a little bit of, you know, a little bit of fun and party to go on the lower part of my lid. So I'm gonna take the color Jax and place that on the lower part of my lid, just halfway on the outer corner. That way it kind of like balances the look out and it evens it out. So, and then taking some Hunts, use that to fill in the inner lower corner of your eyes like this. And then for my lips, I'm just keeping it very simple. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever in N9 Rouge. Before I forget, we're going to go ahead and put on some blush. I'm using my Tarte Cheek Stain, which is this right here. So, just gonna dab that right on the apples of my cheeks. Just like that, and this is pretty much the final look. Go ahead and spritz your face with your favorite setting powder or setting spray or finishing spray, whatever you have. And let's just finish this look up. Alright, so that is pretty much the final look. This is the holiday look that I came up with. A nice reddish, orangish gold color with some glitter and glam. If you don't like the glitz and glam, you can tone it down. But for the holidays, I think it's a pretty good idea to glitter it up and glam it up. Why not? And yeah, that is pretty much the look for the holidays I came up with. If you like videos like this, go ahead and click that like button down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. That would mean the world to me. It does help me out a whole bunch, so please click that like button down below. If you haven't already, click subscribe. That way you are part of the family. And why not click the notification bell? Because every time I upload, you get to know when I upload. You'd be the first to watch my videos, so why not? And by the way, there are so many videos out there on the world of YouTube. You don't want to miss out, you know? Why do you want to miss out on my videos? So go ahead and click on that notification bell, click subscribe, like this video, and that is pretty much it. This is the final holiday glam look I came up with. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you like it, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Alright, I'll talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are. I'll talk to you next time. Alright, bye!